Hi, let's talk about stuff and things. All stuff is made of matter. Matter is just a fancy word for stuff. In science, we define matter as anything that has mass and takes up space. Here on Earth, we often measure mass by weighing things. It's not perfect and it doesn't work everywhere. The weight of an object might change if it changes altitude. For instance, it would weigh differently down here in Kansas than it would weigh up on top of a mountain. But just because gravity has changed, the amount of matter in the object has not changed. However, it's good enough for everyday use, and it is the way we measure the change in mass in our own bodies. Since I'm calling this lecture chemistry, let's talk about chemicals. What is a chemical? Is this a chemical? Is this made of chemicals? How about this? In truth, everything is chemicals. A chemical is just a kind of stuff. Essentially, chemistry is the science of stuff. You want to eat food without chemicals? Good luck. Food is chemicals. So now we know what matter is and what chemicals are. Let's talk about the different kinds of them. Chemicals are made of atoms. You already know a little bit about atoms, how they are made of protons and neutrons with electrons orbiting around the protons and neutrons. My friends, the chemistry teachers want me to remind you that electrons don't always travel in a circle around the nucleus the way a moon might travel around a planet. They travel in all kinds of crazy ways and almost never in a circle. So there are a limited number of kinds of atoms. When atoms are broken down into their most simple kinds and can't be broken into different kinds of stuff, you have elements. You already know about these guys. They are what the periodic table is all about. Each element has its own characteristics. For instance, both hydrogen and oxygen are gases at room temperature. But when you combine them in a chemical reaction, boom, you get water, and water is not a gas at room temperature. So elements have a particular set of physical characteristics. But they can be combined into molecules, and the molecules might have a completely different set of physical characteristics. This is how come we have a limited number of elements and a seemingly limitless number of different kinds of stuff. Sometimes you mix things together and they aren't changed. They're still there in the mixture. Sometimes you mix things together and you get a fundamental change. Energy might be used up or released. The stuff might be combined or broken apart at the most basic level. This change is a chemical reaction. You have a change in the chemicals. The new stuff is not the same as the stuff that went into the reaction. To recap, matter is made of stuff, and this includes stuff like me and you, and also gases and liquids. Matter is made of chemicals. Some chemicals are elements and some are compounds. Compounds are elements combined in a chemical reaction. Elements, compounds, and chemical reactions make all of the stuff around you possible. Stay awesome. I'll see you next time.